Alright, so Sultai Flash. What does Flash refer to? So Flash decks pay homage to the Flash mechanic, lets you play a non-instant card at instant speed. So we've got cards like Nightpack Ambusher, and Frilled Mystic, and Direfleet Poisoner, and Brineborn Cutthroat, and Spectral Sailor. This main deck is actually 100% instant speed. Out of the sideboard, we have some effects like Duress and Thrashing Brontodon that aren't quite instant speed, but this deck is very similar to the blue-green Flash deck that's been having some success to put up a number of day 2s at the Open this past weekend. We basically have a small black splash for things like Disfigure, Tyrant, Scorn, and then Assassin's Trophy. And we also gain Direfleet Poisoner here, which is basically a flash threat / removal spell. And then this is a pirate alongside these two Dorkos. Makes Lookout's Dispersal 2 mana pretty consistently. So we're playing that as our counter spell of choice. Let's go ahead and dive on into some matches here and see how this one goes. I've cut a Spectral Sailor for an extra Mystic. It feels correct, but would like to hear your thoughts. I don't know. Like, I like having a lot of cheap, efficient spells, and Spectral Sailor does generate card advantage as the game goes along. So, like, while Frilled Mystic is sweet, I don't know that I'm in love with that. YOLO. Jund was good against aggro and other monster-style decks. It did not feel good against the big ramp decks that are running around. Sacred Foundry. Could be a variety of things. Probabilistically Feather, I believe. Looking to find a black mana ASAP so we can Scorn and trophy their stuff. Alright, could be a bit of a brew here. I'm going to anticipate to start because that's the more rigid of my spells. These one drops slot in different spots a little bit easier. We are not playing Awakening of the V2 Gods. As always, the deck list is on your screen, or you can type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. Yeah, there was a version of this in the queue that was a little bit bigger build like we played last season, and I think just being a little bit smaller like this build is just ideal right now. I mean, I did keep a one-lander on the play, but, like, it was a scry, and I didn't opt, didn't anticipate. About to get absorbed here, or vetoed. Syncopated, yep. Wonderful. Yeah, Sailor definitely makes the Lookout a lot better. Hey, Joppa, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Yeah, as far as, like, ideal draws go, that was definitely towards the top. Yep, you have a search for Escanta. Now, unfortunately, these Tyrant Scorns are probably pretty dead at this point. Although I suppose they can pick my creatures back up in response to removal. My opponent is down to 9 between their shock lands and my love taps from my tiny creatures here, which is nice. They've been to Teferi there, so I assume they're struggling to find lands. Wow, another shock. Deafening Clarion. Do 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 do. Spell Pierce, and that was part of the reason why we picked up Spectral Sailor over the Dire Fleet, so we could pierce a counterspell there. Yep, that's fine. Scale of 1 to dead, where's the Sailor at? We -3'd instead of -1'ing. It's an interesting decision. Maybe I'm supposed to fight over that? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to fight over that. That's probably the game. I could have scorned my thing back to my hand too, but it just gets absorbed as well. Yeah, I think we missed on lands for a little bit too long there. Like if I trophy Chandra, the Search for Azcanta just runs away with things. Yeah, we have like some game actions we can flail around with, but pretty much all of them end with us in a box. Some Negate, some Disdainful Stroke, some Duresses, extra trophy. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to attack the Chandra. I don't know. There's ups and downs to both. I think I want to leave Dire Fleet in as just a 2/2. Usually I just trim Anticipate as filler. Yeah, it's very possible my Nightpack Ambusher should have attacked the Chandra. They have a lower probability of taking the Nightpack off the table if the Chandra's gone, because all their 3 damage removal doesn't work. His hand doesn't have double blue. The lands are kind of painful. There's no threats. These 2 are good, though. Yeah, my opponent's Jeskai deck runs Teferi, believe it or not. I don't know if that means I want Noxious Grasp. Again, like, I'm the proactive deck here. It's like I'm not really sure that I want to be like being too reactive. I have things like Assassin's Trophy that let me. Mobilize District is good. Has this always done this? Or is it just recently that the top is cut off when you mouse over things? I feel like I noticed that just recently. So if I'd have shocked in my land, I could negate this through Syncopate. I think I just dive down this, so they can't bounce it. And then they just plussed him, so we get to go ahead and trophy this. Not having a threat sit in play here is a big deal. They don't have another basic. That's good to know. I'm going to negate this because they shocked this in, which implies they could have Spell Pierce. Yeah, and the game's kind of gotten away from us at this point. My opponent's got 5 cards in their hand. They're missing land drops, which means they possibly have all spells. They've got a Chemister's Insight at the ready. Yeah, I think I messed up that first game by not attacking the Chandra, but I don't really know if there was anything meaningful we could do here. Better than Mana Leak. Lookout's Dispersal. Nightpack Ambusher while you can't syncopate it. So again, playing this now at sorcery speed, because they only had 3 mana up, and I didn't want this to happen to it. This does let them lava coil it. We don't know they have the lava coil though, and we know they have the syncopate, so I think it's worth sequencing like I did there. That's true. Maybe if I shock, I can negate the Teferi on the syncopate, then maybe it's okay. I think that's actually going to be live here because of their syncopate. Like Spell Pierce is really good against this style of effect. So would love to draw another Nightpack, or even a Spectral Sailor. Spectral Sailor would be sweet. You got plenty of mana to draw cards with it. Opponent's discarding to hand size. That bodes well for the home team. Now we play the waiting game. Is their deck better at playing Drago in the long run? Kinda, probably. I don't know. I don't know what their deck is. One of the things worth noting here is that because they're missing land drops, we're up 2 cards this game because they've just had to move to hand size, which is like super reasonable. Wow, this is aggressive. Really just want to draw any threat here. I don't think I'm flashing this in to just block 1-for-1 until I'm at like going to like 9. Going low means a Chandra off the top is scarier because I can't counter that, but it is what it is. Where? Just any creature here would be absurd. All right, and I'm just doing this because we need to get something into play here. Welcome to the stack, baby. What's going on, Cloud? Thanks for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Getting to get value on the Lookout's Dispersal there feels good. You have a Lava Coil or something to kill this. Clarion. How about the turn 12 Spell Pierce? Shishisha. Didn't watch you remove the stack when they printed 3-mana Teferi. It's been so long, I forgot it existed. The old pocket sand. Hit him with the pocket sand. Oh, please attack me with this Mobilized District next turn. Please attack me with the Mobilized District next turn. I need it. I need it. Red Rover, let the District come over. What if instead we didn't do that? Gobble, gobble. An entire district of Ravnica or one Wolfie boy. They have a second one? They have a second one, don't they? Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm supposed to keep this, right? Am I supposed to keep that? Nah, there's no way. I just want a threat, right? Well, you know. Red Rover is a very violent children's game that was played in grade schools on playgrounds when I was a child. That's probably not allowed anymore. Basically, kids would line up and lock arms, and you'd call out a name from the kid on the other team, and they'd have to charge over and try and break through the kids who have locked arms on the other side of the whatever. Taught us how to clothesline people. Yep. Dislocated shoulders the game. Yeah, look, children aren't smart, okay? Maybe I was supposed to just run this in earlier. I don't know. I don't know. We finally hit the part of the game where this card is mostly dead. This card's just not live anymore. We're too depleted on resources for this to likely be able to. Oh no! Oh no! They scried top chat. Could you imagine how good Spectral Sailor would have been at just any point this game? Whoo! Woo! Found a piece of candy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I wants to pick a fight. All right. All right, so they have 5 mana up here. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is where the House of Cards comes crumbling down around us, chat. No, yeah, he's 4 mana draw card. He's real good. If we get to untap with this, we might pull up. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer, living on a prayer. Prison Realm resolves. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, you know what? I should have probably done this in response to this, so that way if they countered this, I could draw cards with this one. That was a mistake. We saw Settle the Wreckage this game. We saw Settle the Wreckage this game, just for the record. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, chat. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. As you will. He's like a super weak, super inefficient Hydroid Crisis. Don't you talk about my boy like that. My boy's got feelings. He's very good at his job. He's very good at his job. Oh, I could have drawn a Duress. That's true. I should have drawn pre-combat to try and tag a Duress. Yeah, I'm just not gonna play around another sweeper. Alright, sweep me, puppy. Sweep me into the garbage can, puppy! Ugh. There's a garbage can with my name on it. Oh, yeah, punish me, Chandra. Punish me. Alright, I messed up. I definitely messed up the first game. I probably messed up that game at some point. That was a good game of Magic, though, right? That's like, what more could you ask for than a game of Magic like that? That's all I'm looking for. I just want to feel something, chat. Just wanna, in my heart of hearts, I wanna feel something. It made me feel things. It made me feel things. Sure. That's true. If Teferi wasn't there telling my deck it no longer gets to function in a fun manner, we probably would have won. Assassin's Trophy is a really good Magic card in this format. It's a good Magic card in general, but it's excellent in this format. Field of Ye Dead, you say? Oh, I was just about to say we gotta kill one of these so we don't get turn 3 Nissa. Turn 3 Nissa me. Turn 3 Nissa me. Turn 3 Nissa me. Aw, man. Aw, man. We need a cavern for planeswalkers. You shut your mouth. Get out of here. Cavern for Planeswalkers. Vomit. Maybe I'm supposed to be greedy. I think maybe I'm supposed to be greedy there and take the Lookout's Dispersal, actually. Cavern stands for Cavern of Souls, which is an uncounterable. It makes creatures uncounterable. Yeah, I guess. Why not Mystic Dax? I want to get Nightpack Ambusher down. Start cranking out my clock. Just start running folks down with my Nightpack Ambusher. My opponent's deck is like almost certainly favored as this game goes long, so I just want to like try and end it before we get to that point. Dread Presence. I think I just want to keep that off the table. I guess they'd already played a land for the turn. Maybe I'm okay with that. This is not quite lethal yet. I think I'm just passing. I probably want to Scorn one of these Leaf Kindreds, actually. Because I don't want them to play something that I can't spell Pierce, right? I think is where I'm at in my life. Oh, I forgot to play my land. I did not intentionally skip playing a land there. It slipped my mind. Yeah, they need 2 more lands before Scape Shift starts doing stuff, though. Because Field of the Dead needs 7 unique land names, and they only have 5 currently. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good line striker. Oh, this is scary. Yeah, we could die. Yeah, I didn't think about that. If they hit 2 lands here, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Or if they just like have another differently named land in their hand. Huh? Yeah, if I'd have shocked and held up the Scorn, I could have bounced my Frilled Mystic and then countered this. I could draw for trophy. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea, huh? Swing and a miss. If I attack with everything, what happens? This eats here. This chumps, this chumps. They go to 9, they take 6, they go to 3. They lose this, they lose this, I lose this. That's probably worth it though, right? I'm trading my Nightpack Ambusher for both of these and putting them to 3. That's right, right? So they go, if they block just this, they'd take 9, 10, 11, 12. And they can't block just one of these, they'd take 9. Yeah, but like, if my opponent starts making 2/2s, my things aren't worth anything anyways. Wait, what? Oh, that block. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We've died. Alright, so I probably win that game pretty easily if I take the right line on 6, right? And that's why decks like this are decks like this, what I would describe as very unforgiving. You make a single small mistake and the game basically just ends on the spot. There's not a lot of wiggle room. This isn't a mass manipulation deck. You're not going to win games just based purely on the power level of your cards. There's gonna be tiny edges, and when you miss your tiny edge, your deck's gonna pitch off the cliff and you're dead. Which makes decks like this incredibly rewarding to play, but it also means there's no room for error if you're playing it something that you really care about. Jund of Standard. That's not true at all. Jund in Modern is a very brain dead, easy to play deck. Its decisions are usually very straightforward that generally involve using all of your mana every turn. Jund very rarely has complex sequencing decisions. Like, to play a discard deck in Modern, you need to be familiar with what cards you care about taking from your opponent. But, like, if you understand how the other decks in Modern work, that's the only real skill in Jund in resolving your discard spells. I've not played an Esper deck in Modern that I like or feels good recently, but people have also been playing an Esper Mentor deck that's been going around that seems potentially okay. Hey, Z-Man, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Cutthroat. Cutthroat's a good one to pick up here. Gets aggressive very quickly. Do y'all want to see a trick? Activate my trap card. Activate my trap card. Activated my trap card. Trigger. Shishisha. All right. And they're never blocking again, chat. They're never blocking again. Got him right where we want him. Dunk, 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 dunk. I could opt to try and hit a land right away, but I'd rather hold the opt for their turn so I can put a trigger on this this Cutthroat. Scale him on up. Yeah, Nassif does a lot of Modern. That's a good suggestion, especially for blue-white control. He plays a ton of blue-white. The only thing you want to take with a grain of salt when you watch Nassif is that Nassif is much better at Magic than you or I. So anytime he's winning with blue-white, you want to subtract, I don't know, probably 10% off his win rate to figure out what a real human being would win with the deck. The rest of us are not Gabriel Nassif. The Blind Otter. Thanks for keeping on with that tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. It might 10% might even be low. Like, for normal humans, we're probably more than that worse. I was being generous, okay? Like, when Nassif puts, like, top 5 of all time or whatever in his stream title, that's not just him being ironic. That's, like, pretty accurate. Alright, well, we're gonna try this again. Have I mentioned how much I love Assassin's Trophy recently? Don't play a third. Okay, just that. Deal. Things that have to chump block for 100. Alright, so messed up the first game, won the second. I didn't put in my third trophy, did I? I should probably do that. No, I did. Oh, cast down's probably good here, huh? It misses Yarok, but killing what's it called is probably more important. Killing Hostage Taker. Yeah, Cutthroat is very, very powerful. It's a big part of what makes the blue-green build so good. We're going to play another deck after this one that's kind of similar. We've got blue-black Pirates, which is an old favorite that fell off a bit with the printing of Hydroid Crisis, but we try it every season at least once. So, as someone who tries to be conservative in terms of giving opinions on things that I don't really have a good understanding of bears, I think it's too early to form any strong opinions in one direction or the other about the current format. We had the expected week 1 result where Mono Red won the tournament and other aggressive decks did well. Next weekend there is a Grand Prix coming up, so it'll remain to be seen what all happens in the format as it matures a little bit. Hey, well, thanks for being here, Blind Daughter. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday and start your week wherever you are. How much to bump up Diviner? You mean bump Diviner into today or just move it up in general? So if you want to move up a deck into today's stream, it is a pretty hefty donation. I look for a $50 donation to cut something into today's stream. If you want to get it played on the next stream, it's much less than that. As always, that's to discourage people from cutting decks in, because I prefer to not rearrange if I can avoid it. Now, I think I'm just going to take this hit here. Another Ceratops. That's brutal. I guess I'm just doing this. I guess we're just trophying the next 2 turns. I wanted to, like, Cutthroat plus Opt this turn, but running Ceratops means I just have to answer those. Unfortunately, trophying them while they have a Field of Dead out is not a particularly game-winning plan. And this is frequently what happens when you're a big dumb idiot like me. I punted the first game, and then it looks like we're probably going to lose this game without having a whole lot we can do. Yeah, Plague Engineer has significantly reduced my enjoyment of Modern as a format. It's taken a bunch of the decks that I previously liked playing and made them very bad. Yeah, I'm not sure that we're gonna be able to, like, answer their threats and beat this Field of the Dead here. Just 2 games in a row, my opponent just had 7 different lands on 7 every time. Yeah, I just can't beat that card. Shouldn't have messed up game 1. Tier 2 and Tier 3 subscriptions get to bump or add decks to the queue every month as detailed here. Tier 1 and Prime submissions, or Prime subs, do not get to bump something complimentary, no. I should run. Oh, are we already in? Maybe? Alright, already. We'll chill after the next match. I think Elves is moving towards a bad spot. It's one of its best matchups previously. Humans is now playing a bunch of copies of Plague Engineer. That matchup's probably less good than it once was. Which is really sad for me, because, like, Elves was, like, the one kind of competitive deck I was still enjoying in Modern. And, as they print more things, the decks I love just die. This opponent's mulligan to 4, it looks like. Might be a short game. This hand just looks identical to Blue-Green Flash, which, you know, a lot of our hands are very similar to that. Basically that deck with a touch of removal. You could play Plague Engineer in Elves. We actually talked about that on stream today. Seems fine. I think you're still at a net negative, the fact that people have access to that card, but you can definitely play it inside of your deck as well. Double Cutthroat opener is going to run them down pretty quick. Triple Cutthroat, going to do it even harder. Hey, Ryan, thanks for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I took the Underlords out of my schedule for this week, Banned for Life. I'm waiting for their balance patch on Thursday. Don't have any black mana. Untapped land is great. At least on Magic Arena, when you like scry bottom and like draw the same thing, you can go check and make sure that the thing you scried bottom is actually gone. Do I actually care about this? I'm not sure that I do. Probably just want to end the game. This ends the game pretty quickly. Opponent appears to be playing a Bant Ramp deck, although a Johnny in it is kind of interesting. I guess a Johnny in their deck works well with Incubation Druid. Probably don't need Spell Pierce or Dive Down. Anticipate's usually my filler card. I'm going to leave in a couple of Disfigures because they're on Incubation Druid, so they're probably on Landmore Elves too. And killing their mana creatures usually pretty good. In fact, I'm going to trim a Dispersal and bring in another Disfigure on the draw, especially. On the play, I'm going to have all my Dispersals in, but on the draw, I want more ways to interact with their cheap mana creatures. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Tails in for Croesus and Nissa is probably fine. Now, New Vivian hasn't really had a good home in the standard format as it's developed. The green-white bow deck we're going to play at the tail end of today is a 3-mana Vivian deck, but that deck's like far from tier 1. It's just a random brew that we like playing on stream on occasion. So I'm actually going to lead on Woodland Cemetery here, because this way if the Incubation Druid on 2, I can Disfigure it and then play Temple of Mystery tapped. Yeah, generally speaking, counterspells tend to be worse on the draw, unless there's something like, what's it called? Disdainful Stroke, where it trades up on mana. So, counterspells tend to be ideal when you're ahead on board or your opponent hasn't gotten on board yet. And when you're on the draw, that's less likely to be the case. I would like to Disfigure your Reef. Oh, look, my deck doesn't work anymore. Yay! Yay! Who's excited? Are you excited, Chad? I'm excited. So now we trophy this, which then ramps them into letting them cast their Nissa on turn 4. And then I don't have a good answer to Nissa. Maybe I'm supposed to keep this, but just like, I need an untapped land so badly.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
If we hit an untapped land here and get to Nightpack Ambusher, eat one of their 3/3s when they attack next turn, maybe we have a shot. Maybe. Probably not. I suppose when they attack here with their 3/3s, I can Thrashing Cutthroat and Disfigure one of them. That is no longer a play that's game-winning. I think we're done here. Hey, Josanne, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday wherever you are. Yeah, the Cutthroat cost blue mana, so double block didn't matter. Definitely want my Dispersal on the play. I think I want Duress. Maybe these Tails Ends are good. Maybe. Counters 3 mana death free 2. Counters 3 mana death free Nissa and stifles a Hydra Crisis trigger. Yep. We'll bottom breeding pool here. Hopefully our Scry and or our Opt will help us find some threats to deploy. Just vulnerable. Just vulnerable, chat. Alright, so that's a Land War Elf on one. But they did not play it off of a shock land, which means they can't Teferi on 2. So we got that going for us. The skip ship player from 2 games ago didn't realize it was you until my Discord started spamming me. Just want to say hi and good games. Good games to you too, San. Good luck in the rest of your matches today. We kind of want this to draw a land so my Nightpack Ambusher can eat it inside of combat later. Tilt. Not looking for a 5th land. Spectral Sailor's a sweet pickup. Spectral Sailor lets us deploy Sailor plus still Lookout's Dispersal in the turn, which is nice. Am I countering this Ajani? If I counter the Ajani and they slam a Nissa, that's fine. So probably just Opt plus Sailor. We'll see what we find with the Opt. Wonder if they have a counterspell that they're holding up here. Maybe they're waiting to deploy a threat until they have enough mana. Because like next turn, if they play a land, they can like play this plus have veto up. Which I think at that point I might just let it happen. Lets me get Nightpack down. We don't have veto up. It's a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. I probably can't let that happen. So they don't have veto up here, but they could have like Negate. I'm also taking a pretty big hit this turn. If they like attack me for 7 and then play a card I have to counter next turn, so I can't get my Ambusher down, we might be in trouble. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and hold Sailor back here. Because I'd like to trade this for the Paradise Druid if they attack again. In fact, attacking with this last turn might have been wrong with that in mind. Alright, chat. Strap on your racing shoes. Let's cast this now under a Disdainful Stroke. Go. Sure. Sure. I didn't cast it before attacking because this doesn't make a wolf at the end of my turn if I've cast another spell that turn. I wanted the token. I'm gonna see some of the real power of Nightpack Ambusher this game, I think. I think these night packs are going to allow us to beat this Immortal Sun. That's the plan, at least. Is Ambusher modern playable? Maybe the fact that it has Flash goes a long way towards making it better as a 4-mana card. Like the bar on playable 4-mana card that you can play at instant speed is definitely a little bit lower, right? Like you can hold up interaction. Why are people not playing at Nexus? I don't know. I mean, like, this card's really good against aggro. Yeah, if they don't give us something to, if they don't give us, if we only play one of these things, we can do that. Oh, you know, maybe I'm supposed to draw with this first. Because if I hit the legendary counterspell, I think I'd rather do that. Then Lookout's Dispersal. The Dispersal's drawing dead here eventually. Yeah, I can attack with these, right? Because they have to double block them to kill them, and I'm getting 2 more. I just want to close this game out. Yeah, you can cast it off of Wreck Mana, yep. And you can get the trigger from it, and then do stuff with Wreck Mana at the end of your turn still, which is sweet. This game, I really feel like this game showed the strength of Nightpack Ambusher. Just like that turn where we like had to decide whether or not we wanted to like counter the Immortal Sun or just try and beat it. Like, Wolf Mom came down and was just like, nah, bro, I got your back. Great. Well, that answers the question, do I need to play around Settle the Wreckage? No, we do not. All right, what happens if I attack with everything? They're probably dead, right? Is it too aggressive to attack with everything? I don't think so. We might get got by this. For fuck's sake, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I hate this goddamn format so much. It's so miserable. Oh, it's so miserable. Why is everything so miserable in this format? Why is everything just pure misery? All right. All right, how are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever in the world. I'm just hanging out, getting my dumpster punished today. Playing some Magic the Gathering. If you're new, my name is Jeff Hogan. I stream full-time here on Twitch. You can find me getting beat up 5 different days a week. As always, we stream a ton of constructed Magic, and we change decks every 60 minutes to 2 hours. So if you want to get a lot of variety in the stream every day, be sure to drop on by. As always, I'd love to give a shout out to all of my wonderful subs out there. I wouldn't be here day to day without their support, so thanks to all of them for keeping me employed. I'd also like to plug a couple of my sponsors here really quick. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series, a $5,000 cash tournament series that happens every single month in the Midwestern United States. If you can't make it out to the Midwest to play in one of their standard, modern, or legacy tournaments, sure to check out their streaming coverage as well at twitch.tv/NRG series. BCW Supplies are the only ones I trust to protect my paper Magic the Gathering cards. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on sleeves, binders, deck box, and all sorts of other fantastic stuff there. Cardsphere.com is a peer-to-peer trading network that would love to help you turn your cards into other cards directly to their players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. And, of course,
don't make your life garbage time. Join us in Hoaglandia today by subscribing to Jeff Hoagland with Twitch Prime today.
Let's see if we can manage to well, so far the Sultai Flash deck is like 3-0, but I'm 1-2 with it. So we will keep persevering. At some point, maybe we will play it proficiently. Bitter Blight, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Hey, Darth, the deck is sweet. I agree. We're playing good games of Magic, right? And honestly, the Frilled Mystic was such a red herring, right? Because, like, if I don't draw the Frilled Mystic there, I think I would have made a more conservative attack. But, like, they only had 2 cards, right? And, like, I drew Disdainful Stroke too. So, like, outside of actual factual double fog there, like, what beats me, right? They need, like, fog plus a counter for my, like, fog plus stroke, maybe, I guess? I guess. Hey, look at that. Having actual factual removal spells is great. Actual factual removal spells are great. Listen, don't drive yourself insane asking yourself questions like, why are they doing this? That's not meta, etc., etc. People always have and always will do whatever they want and play the cards that they think are sweet. Don't overthink yourself. Just try and play good Magic. People are gonna get you with stuff that you're not expecting. That's a big part of why a lot of people play the game. They enjoy playing with sweet new different things. Do I care about the Spitfire? Where are we at on this Spitfire? I guess I do if they shock me. I guess I do if they shock me. I guess I should wait till they pass priority there, huh? 'Cause they might have another shock. Nightpack Ambusher is ready to punch the clock and go to work here. Especially Dubs Nightpack. I'm gonna go ahead and do Poisoner into Dispersal here, I think. Nah, we never really spend a lot of time playing mono red here, Party Bus. People that want to see like stock tier 1 good decks play should go like watch William Jensen or one of the other MPL members. People come to this channel for things that aren't that, generally speaking. There's plenty of spikes out there trying their best to win games of Magic. Alright, well, Nightpack's gonna trade for Ember Hauler and Runaway Steam Can, but I think that's a good trade for me. And then next turn we have the second one. Yeah, I agree. We're at 12, and we have a Nightpack Ambusher to their Gitu, so like we're not a lock by any means because Experimental Frenzy is an incredibly messed up Magic card, but we're doing pretty okay. I think I just let this happen. If they have like a burn spell, I don't want to like trade this for this plus a burn spell. Because this is gonna like make a 3/3 here, which is fine for me. So like we attack for 4 and then get a 3/3 that can block this next turn. Yeah, if they can't answer the Nightpack, like trading the Nightpack for the first Nightpack, but especially when I had the second one for the Steamkin, and the other creature was fine, but like with this being my last resource, I think it's important that I preserve it. Yeah, and our deck gets to play Assassin's Trophy to tag Frenzy, so... Frenzy just their powerful catch-up card, right? Yeah, I don't know, Pata. It depends on the day. Probably more of a do sweet things than anything. Shock it. Shock it. Shock it. Shock it. Woohoo! Gotcha! Activate a trap card. This is what you get for not doing this on your turn, opponent. Don't get cute, chat. Do things on your turn. Do things on your turn. Don't get cute. Is it crazy to cut a bunch of Spectral Sailors because they're a Goblin Sheen Whirler deck? I feel like that's not that crazy, right? Feeling cute might shock later. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm bringing in 2 Brontes, like I'm only going down 2 threats overall. That seems fine. I don't think we ever win that game if we're the blue-green flash deck. Our Tyrant Scorns were pretty valuable there. Yeah, don't be afraid to play your instants at sorcery speed is one of the best pieces of generic Magic advice I can give for sure. This is fine. So the Tails ends are in our sideboard as a theoretical way to answer part of Hydroid Krasis. Krasis drawing a bunch of cards is rough. So if we can Tails end its draw trigger and then like play a removal spell at only 2 for 1s us instead of like 7 for 1ing us or whatever it does. And like against the Teferi deck, Tails End is also counters like Nissa's. So like it's like kind of dual purpose there. I don't know if it's good, but that's the theory behind having it in the sideboard. Why we're trying it out. But I'm mulligan to 5 here. You'll notice I didn't shock to opt on one there. Just definitely not worth the 2 points of life to do that. I'm just gonna keep killing their stuff. Put my lands into play tapped. Nightpack does not have a foil. It doesn't even have like a Mastery Tree foil that I can get later. It just doesn't have a foil. Yeah, Wizards of the Coast doesn't like my money. They don't have a foil for this. I'm gonna paint a neon sign here real quick. Shock my land and go. We're high enough at this point that I can just shock that in and play this Nightpack Ambusher, I think. Thunk thunk. Hand step. Trigger. Hey, Migbello. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday wherever you are. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright, well, they got the lava coil for that one. We still have them on a 2-turn clock here. Yep. 4-turn clock. If we flood a little bit more and they find a frenzy, they could be okay. I guess this answers frenzy. Thrashing Brontodon is so good. This card's my jam. We're gonna play this card on Thursday. I don't know what deck we're playing it in, but we're playing it somewhere. Probably this deck or Green White Bow. If Green White Bow goes well, I'll probably play Green White Bow. Yeah, I got invited back to the fandom tournament on Thursday, so we're gonna play that again. That was fun last week. The rounds really clipped along well, which was nice too. Normally downtime's one of my bigger worries playing a tournament like that, but there really wasn't much downtime. Tollspear and Ambusher is a true delight. Alright, I don't think they have a single out here. I guess they could go lava coil. Lava coil or light up the stage in a double shock. Do. Look at that. We played an entire match and I managed not to spike it into the dumpster. Ooh, 20 gems. 20 gems. Is it a mythic? Woohoo! This is something we're probably gonna play at some point on this stream, so it's a sweet one to get. It's a sweet one. EDH bird. It's a bird. It's a plane. Am I planning to play Historic at all? Is anybody planning to play Historic? Whether or not I play Historic is going to largely depend on, one, whether or not they walk back their decision with the initial announcement, and two, if they don't walk it back, what my feelings are on this current standard format are. Because Historic is just going to be this current standard format. So, like, if we get to the end of the standard format, we're like, this sucks, I don't want to play it anymore, no one's going to play Historic, right? So whether or not Historic can be successful is going to largely depend on what the standard format ends up shaking out as. Because adding a 9th set to the standard format likely won't meaningfully change it. Greed. We'll draw the 4th land. Yeah! Max greed, chat. Max greed. Ooh, the anticipation is killing me. The anticipation, it's exciting! Easy 4th land. Easy game, easy life. Resolves.
If you wish to surrender now, I am ready to hone your prowess.
Set my people free. Now, in my defense, I did really want to draw another land there. Like, not having another land drop here kind of sucks. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm dumb. The reason why I didn't play this is because I'm dumb. Didn't matter, they're conceding. Whew! Whew! Thank goodness this is a no justice stream. This stream would be much harder if I had to. All right, I guess we're playing one more. Our Grixis opponents had enough of Flash Wolves for the day. They've been thoroughly Flash Wolfed out, it would seem. Decks like this in mono blue remind me of the fact that just like there's always someone that hates every part of Magic, like because you hear people complain about decks like this, you hear people complain about Teferi, you hear people complain about Nissa, 5-mana Teferi, just everybody hates some of it. Good old scoop the match, low stakes laddering. The old low stakes ladder. You're trading off a small amount of consistency in your mana base for the sake of gaining more powerful cards. Having actual removal is really valuable in this archetype, in my opinion. What am I getting rid of here? I think it's Trophy. It could be Dire Fleet Poisoner. Nah, Trophy early's kind of bad. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say that part of the reason I like the green-white bow deck is main deck Tristani makes me feel things. Main deck Tristani makes me feel things. And ways to find the main deck Tristani. Yeah, like a couple of people are asking about this versus the other build. Like, having ways to take a Ceratops off the table is a big deal. Alright, so I'm going to shock this in and play Cutthroat now before my mono blue opponent has a chance to untap and hold the counterspell up. Ooh, I see my opponent is also a player of culture. You too appreciate sweet things. Might be playing something close to the Blue-Black Pirates deck we're about to play next year. Scary Terry. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you know what? I saw Autumn tweeted a mono blue deck with 8 black duels so they could kill Ceratops. I bet that's what this is. I bet they're playing pretty stock mono blue with 4 ways to kill Ceratops in their sideboard. I would bet money that's what we're playing against. Dollar bills, yo. Would bet dollary dues. All right, this Cutthroat's going to run them down pretty quickly here. I think there's a chance they double block there. Maybe I'm supposed to disfigure there. I'm probably disfiguring there. I should probably pull the trigger on it. Hey, thanks for the tip, Jack. I appreciate it. Having a rough couple days. Thanks to the amazing stream to help me power through. Not sure there's enough for a deck cube, but if it is, put the points towards Jund midrange. We actually played Jund midrange this morning, Jack. So 5 is more than enough to bump something in the queue. So if you'd like to look for something a little bit further down and drop me a message, I'd be happy to bump something up for you. Or $1 or more, or 100 bits or more in chat get you a deck queue bump. You can always find the current deck list on the screen on the screen with the widget overlay widget, or by typing !deck in chat. I think I'm shocking that in so I can hold up Anticipate plus Dispersal here. Should we have Disfigured first in case of Spell Pierce? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know if I'm that sad getting that Spell Pierce there. Cutthroat really showing how good it is here. This card's super impressive. I think they're playing this card. I'm not sure, though. Is this better than the Simic version? The amount of games you need to play to say with certainty that something is better than something similar is extremely high. So usually I try to shy away from saying things with certainty. I personally think the splash of the black cards makes a meaningful addition to this archetype. Oh, no. Could have opted, chat. Could have opted if I tapped different. Erdian, thank you for the 13 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. It's gonna be okay. We have a 7-6. Welcome to Snowball the Gathering. It was tapped, Batman, so I don't think so. I think I'm in for that one, though. I think I'm in for that one. Yeah, removed or reworked, Brad. One of the two. I'm taking a hiatus from once I hit Big Boss 1, I felt like that game was a little bit less interesting, so I've been like hanging out for now. Jessamal, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. If you're having a good one wherever you are. I'm shocking this in. We're actually in a little bit of trouble here, huh? This Pteramander kills us in 2. The fact that I didn't get to opt on curve could be a really big deal here. It's all variants. I don't know about that. I don't know about all variants, but... I suppose if they want to 2-turn clock me with Terry, they have to tap out to do it, huh? Whenever I lose its variance, whenever I win its skill. That's just like the de facto Magic player motto. They have Cast Down in their main deck? What kind of crazy person puts Cast Down in their main deck? Yeah, they're tired. They're tired of all these green decks for sure. All right, there's a wolf pup. Yeah, I mean, it seems good, right? Like, if they're stock mono blue, they're in a lot of trouble there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is fine. I believe this is fine. I want to save this for a blocker, I think. Yeah, they should be dead, right? Because two hits are lethal. I have another creature to put into play. Ergo Proxy, thank you for the 13 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday to start your week. My weekend was wonderful. Grr. Arg. Man, ain't nobody got time for your Spectral Sailor. Dunk. Meow. I know, Cat. I'm excited too. This is, a lot of people have been asking me since it's been printed, thoughts on Disfigure versus others. And I think this is versus Moment of Craving specifically. And I think this is a really good example of a place where Disfigure is much better than Moment of Craving. The mana efficiency on Disfigure is really important in a matchup like this. Hey, Captain Markov, thank you for the 7 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. What do you think of this sideboard plan? Trim a couple of the Dispersals and the Frilled Mystic. Want to be more interactive on the draw. A little bit lower to the ground. I'm going to bring in some Disfigures and a Duress. Hey, Arnav, thank you for the 8 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I'm happy with that. The anticipates are kind of like filler. I board those out pretty frequently. Honestly, cutting the second anticipate for the 4th Frilled Mystic might not be absurd. Hey, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub, Venga. Be sure to drop me a message and let me know what deck you'd like to bump up this month for that. Higher tier subs always get to do that. Listen, if your username is not a standard English word and lacks capitalization if it's multiple words, you should not be surprised when Twitch streamers foobar it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, is your name just Aaron? Like, do I just like ignore the V3 part? Like, what's going on with it, really? Good old Ozzy Pants. Look at, I'd like to applaud Ozzy Pants because their second word has the first letter capitalized, so it's easier to break up at a glance. So CN doesn't have a blue source, but double Disfigure's like pretty hard to mulligan. Mr. Stanky. Stanky Leg. Thank you for the 4 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Which figure? This one. Right here. Man, I hope you all appreciate the professionalism on this stream. I'd like to thank chat for drawing a blue source while I was getting something out of the fridge. I appreciate you. Yogurt is great. This is a Chobani Flip, Butter Crunch Blast. It's candy disguising itself as health food. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Chobani, but Chobani, if you're out there, it certainly could be. Let's talk. So, I think I'm just supposed to drop the tap land here, because I can Witch Figure this and Spell Pierce at this point. My code for Neo is actually still good. I just rotate through some of the longer term sponsors if they just pay me based on commission instead of A. So like the Neo sponsor, they just pay me based on commission. So once I've rotated through them for a little bit, I'll switch to something else. I'll probably put them back in later. In fact, they actually just emailed me and said they're going to be adding new flavors this summer. All right, so that's the punish for not playing the Woodland Cemetery, huh? I get Spell Pierced. It's unfortunate. I'm a little stupid. Maybe I'm a little dumb. Yeah, so the reason why I did it on their turn as opposed to mine is I wanted to grow my Cutthroat, which might have been greedy. Might have been greedy. I have another Sailor, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with this. If they want to trade, that's fine with me. I think I'm supposed to just play this now. While I can Spell Pierce a counter. Because next turn I won't be able to Spell Pierce a counter here. Now, like, if they have counter plus a Spell Pierce of their own, their Cutthroat's gonna get huge. And that would be bad for me, but I think this is the best chance to stick this. And if the Nightpack goes unchecked, they're gonna lose hard. Yeah, we actually gain the same thing they do. So they're mono blue splashing black for removal, we're blue green splashing black for removal. Hey, Z28 Power, thank you for the 5 months of support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. So I don't think we're duressing. I think we're holding this duress until we have something we really want to resolve. I think I'm actually just going to chill here. Yep, I would like my free 3/3, please. Thank you. Well, alright. Now I'd like to kill this, so let's cast Duress. Mafia, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hey, Hammy. Thunk. Now, they do have plenty of stuff to use this mana with the Spectral Sailor. In fact, I'm just gonna full swing here. Because whatever they want to trade for, is they okay with me? Weapons of Mass Gaming. Thanks for re-upping that Prime support. Happy Monday wherever you are. Are the Simic Flash decks playing Temples? Yeah, most are playing 2 to 3 that I looked at. Durka, thanks for the 11 months. Welcome back. I just had Giordano's Deep Dish Pizza last week, and it was amazing. Is there another place you recommend in the Chicago area for good pizza? It's hard to go wrong with too many places in the Chicagoland area, honestly. Am I coming up this weekend for the energy event? I am not. Modern is not my cup of tea. All right, so I think I smack with everything but the Ambusher here. Hey, BJ, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me around this month with that. If this is another flash creature, we could maybe get in a little bit of trouble here, because they could be able to kill this, but they can't. If they can't kill my 5/4 with a single guy here, we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, they're pretty far behind at this point. And this is actually exactly why we ordered them this way. So you want to order the smaller one first, so that way when they have dive down here, we still get to trade 2 for 1, which is excellent. I'm gonna put this into play tapped. We'll generate a wolf, and then before they can draw a counterspell for the turn, we'll play another ambusher here. Oh, they do get to take a draw step that way. If this is a counterspell, maybe they're good, but if not, we're probably great. You think temples are worth including in Gruul even without being red? I do not. I think if you had green-red temples, you would play them in Gruul in spite them being tapped lands, but I don't think you just play like off-color temples in a deck that's aggressive leaning. Yes, Derek, it is. It is better to just play it on my own end set. I didn't want to set the stop, but I forgot they could draw cards as a thing. So yeah, I should have done it on my end step after the first trigger resolve. All right, as far as this goes, I don't know. I'm really pretty happy with this. I think I'm gonna cut the second Anticipate to fit the 4th Frilled Mystic in. It loses us a little bit of smoothing power in the early game, but adds a little bit more potency to our top end. Frilled Mystic and Nightpack Ambusher are definitely some of the big pull to this archetype overall. I've really liked the black cards. I felt like they've been a super meaningful addition. Scorn, Trophy, Disfigure, Poisoner, all these things feel really elegant. They make the games... The blue-green deck feels like it's night and day different on the play versus the draw, just because people can get onto the board. And like, when you have a bunch of actual removal, being on the draw is a little bit less of a big deal, because you can actually like kill their things as they play them. I feel like the only thing I'm not super certain of in the 75 right now is these Tails End are theoretically a way for us to only get 2 for 1 by a Hydrate Crisis, because you can Tails End their draw card trigger, and then you can spend a removal spell to kill the body to be attacking. So I'm not sure if that's the right approach to that, but like the Crisis decks are also Nissa decks, so like this is a card that counters Nissa while also stopping a Hydrate Crisis trigger, which is nice. I think this is probably at the top of my list for things to play in Thursday's fandom event, but we've got a day and a half before I have to submit for that, so we'll play a few other things and see how we go from there. As always, if you want to see more of this deck play, this is one of the many decks that you can find on my website, magicesports.net. Click standard decks at the top and then find Sultai Flash. We're going to roll along to the next deck here today. We'll play some blue-black pirates up next. Got a few more decks before we're done. What about Beetle for Crisis and Nissa? Does Beetle stop Crisis? Beetle does not stop Nissa, I'm pretty sure. But again, like, part of the problem with Crisis, generally speaking, isn't the big body, it's the drawing the cards. Like, I think if we wanted to stop the body, we would probably just play Entrancing Melody. That was me. I'm bad at the blue-green matchup. The flashy style mirrors where both players have a lot of instants always have a lot of play to them. And I think the fact that our deck has actual removal in it makes it even harder for the mono blue deck. So I play the decks in the order they're listed in the stream title, Hankarino. And usually we play every deck for 60 to 90 minutes or so. So about an hour, hour and a half, we will start the next deck. So the problem with Narset Brad is twofold. First is that these decks frequently don't have ways to protect Narset once it gets on the board. And second, their hit rate for her down tick is so low, you're basically just playing her for the static text, which generally isn't good enough.